You're welcome back. Now, some workers of the National Labour Commission have locked up the offices of the Commission, demanding the removal of their chairman and the executive secretary. The workers are protesting over the termination of the appointment of their local union chairman and other officers and what they describe as appalling conditions of service. The workers petitioned the Flagstaff House about their grievances last Monday, but they say the last straw that broke the camel's back was the termination of appointment of some of their colleagues. Right before we bring you information on what's happening in Bimbilla, Joy News' Maxwell Agbagba has been speaking to a senior industrial relations officer at the NLC.
It started just yesterday when some employees were terminated. And so the appointments were terminated. So in reaction to that, the workers decided that, look, we are also going to sit down in solidarity of our staff who have been terminated. So that's why they have locked up this place. Okay. Well, the chairman, we've had issues with our current chairman, who used to be the former executive secretary. So we petitioned to the Ministry of Employment and Labor somewhere 2004. 2014, sorry. Okay. Then attempts were made, a committee was set up, and then they listened to us. Till date, there hasn't been, the outcome of the committee has not been communicated to us. He managed to bring this new executive secretary, and what he's doing is to hunt those who champion the petition that was sent to the ministry against his chairmanship. So, well, after that, he tried to transfer some of the employees who championed this to Takrade.
So, wait, who are we talking about here? Who are you accusing of witch hunting?
The chairman, Edward Broku, okay, is behind all these things. And he is using the current executive secretary, Charles Adonko Bawadia, to champion his interests by way of frustrating some of us and also transfer some of these things. And all these things are going on. We've had issues. We've written a letter to the presidency just 3 days ago. But the outcome is that some of us have been terminated.
Earlier, you mentioned to me that the termination of the appointment is the last straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah. What other issues, have triggered this, protest?
Okay, you see, the key issue is that we try as much as possible as employees to unionize here so that we will have a better conditions of service for ourselves. Attempts were made to block that. And this thing started about 8 years ago. They didn't want the union to exist. And so what they did was that they would frustrate the process. First, they tried to make sure that we don't get a collective bargaining certificate. Right? So we don't have anything that will guide the relationship between the workers and management. So,
but that sounds a bit, ironic. If you are working at the National Labour Commission, we're supposed to be advocating for unionization, and they are rather stifling, the growth of unions. That's a bit ironic.
Yeah, it's just explaining the leadership style of the chairman, who used, in fact, he was the first substantive executive secretary of the commission. The one who came, his predecessor was acting.
The conditions of service, you say it is very appalling.
Yes.
What exactly about it?
Well, as you can see, they asked me on air, what are the grievance procedure? We don't have. Why? There's no law, there's no document that we say that if something should happen, this is how we are going to go about it. We don't have. And so we think that whatever you ask, they will decide to listen to you or not. And so you just come to work and then you go. If we have such policies in place, this transfer issue would have been very smooth to the extent that it wouldn't have come this far. Because the Takrade office is located in the Metropolitan Assembly of Sekandi. Now, this is an old structure which was renovated by the commission. But because of the poor condition of the building, with time, the roof is peeling off.
The entrance is locked right now with a padlock and a huge chain. When are you going to open this office for,
It's very simple. When depends on when the employees will be reinstated and when the workers are convinced that between the workers and management, we have put in place a better conditions of service for the good of all workers in this country.
But you agree with me that that cannot happen in the next 24 hours. That certainly will take some time. So is it assurances that you want, or you want all of these things put in place before you open the office?
Yes, the condition is very simple. If you can take a day to terminate, why does it take you a long time?
And we will be engaging Masol Agbagba for an update on that particular story. But right now, though, there's breaking news from Bimbilla. We understand that there have been sporadic gunshots there. The police is responding, of course. And we also know that the Interior Ministry has been responding. Let's speak to a local journalist on the grounds now. Tahiru Prince is a local journalist. Hello, Tahiru, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good. Thank you very much for your time. Now, paint to us a vivid picture of what's happening there.
A picture would have been painted maybe from afar. Why am I saying this? As I speak to you now, I'm in my room.
Okay.
Seeking shelter somewhere. Actually, I can't for now report any casualties or any sort of
okay.
death.
So tell us exactly what happened, because we are not there. All that we're hearing is that there have been sporadic gunshots. But tell us exactly what's happening. I mean, what do you know at this point?
Okay. I actually also got back from Accra just this morning, and when I came, I noticed the town wasn't all that friendly or healthy enough. So I tried making inquiries, and I was told the regent of Bimbilla, was going to make some enskinment, which the other faction, the opposing party, that says it's not a legitimate regent, were opposing. And they were like, he wouldn't have free space to do that enskinment today. They were going to resist with all force. So he also went on to do the enskinment. He did it just like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and the gunshots started coming all over town. So I just got from Accra, came this morning. When the barely 10, 11 days started happening. So everybody ran home, and as we speak, the town is virtually quiet. People are home, and we just received notice from the assembly that it cited that people should stay indoors and nobody should move. So there is an announcement.
So that's a curfew, right?
Not a curfew, I said, but they're just giving one that people should stay indoors. And as we speak, you could hear gunshots. You could at least still hear gunshots in the background.
So whilst you are hiding in your room right now, and I'm using the word hide advisedly, whilst you're hiding in your room right now, you can still hear gunshots being fired.
Yes, I can. I just said that 3 gunshots right now.
3 gunshots right now?
Yes.
And so this is an issue between the regent of Bimbilla and, you say, an opposing faction. Who is this opposing faction?
Well, it's a long story that I can't tell you as I'm in this hidden corner. Probably I should have enough time and space to be able to tell you that long story.
Okay. So right now, everybody is in their room. There are gunshots, and you can actually hear the gunshots from where you are.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you very much. Tahiru Prince is a local journalist. We may have to get back to you if there's any developments on this matter, even before we wrap up the show. But my colleague Fred Smith has joined me in the studio. We understand that there is the Interior Minister has issued a curfew. Fred has some more on that. Fred, what's the Interior Ministry saying?
Well, in the last few seconds, this statement is just coming from the Interior Ministry, and is titled Imposition of Curfew on Bimbilla Township. And the Minister for the Interior, on the advice of the Northern Regional Security Council and by executive instrument, reviewed the curfew hours on Bimbilla Township from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. effective Thursday, 9th of February 2007. That's today, 17. Government continues to urge chiefs, opinion leaders, youth, and people of the area to exercise restraint in the face of challenges confronting them, and to use non-violent means to channel their energies into ensuring peace to the area. Meanwhile, there's a total ban on all persons in the Bimbilla Township and surrounding areas from carrying arms, ammunition, or any offensive weapon, and any person found with any arms or ammunition will be arrested and prosecuted, as signed by Ambrose Derry, Minister for the Interior. And in the last 20 or so minutes, there's been a Security Council meeting in the Northern region trying to bring the situation under control. And as we heard from Prince, it's a very chaotic situation. People cannot step out of their rooms except those who are firing the gunshots, and we understand that the police is there. They've sent in reinforcement to try and control the situation. There's gun battle actually going on.
From the way you describe it, Fred, it appears that this has been this is something that they saw coming, because they just released the statement about it, but it appears that they saw this coming. I mean, since the morning, there were signs. Do we know anything about signs that this could have happened since this morning?
Well, no indication as yet, and I've been speaking to the Interior Minister in the last few minutes, and he's confirmed that yes, they're just hearing this thing. He's in Accra, and they're trying to get some more information on this before they come out. In fact, they've acted to release a statement based on the meeting held by the Regional Security Council on Bimbilla, and so we should expect some more from the ministry in the next few minutes.
Few minutes, perhaps. And this is the constituency that the Defence Minister represents.
Precisely.
Dominic Nitty, well, perhaps we may engage him if we do have the time. But thank you very much, Fred. Fred Smith, my colleague behind the scenes there, doing all the work behind the scenes, actually bringing us up to speed on what's happening. The Interior Minister, Ambrose Derry, has put out an official statement that's asking people to stay in their rooms, and that curfew is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and it starts on Thursday. It starts right now, so just about now the curfew has started, and it should end at 6 p.m. In the meantime, though, there is sporadic gunshots in Bimbilla. If you are in Bimbilla and you're watching us from Bimbilla, if you just in case you're not aware, you're supposed to stay indoors, and whilst the police work on restoring calm to that particular town. This is The Pulse, and you heard it first right here. I'll take a very quick break. I'll be right back. Joy News has uncovered an alarming case of land grabbing in the Greater Accra town of Toflokpo in the Adar-Sege area, which is depriving most residents who rely on salt mining of their livelihoods. The residents accuse some chiefs in the area of colluding with private developers to assume exclusive ownership of salt mining concessions. Favor Nunu visited the Songo Lagoon in Adar and has come through with this report.
Songo has about 34,000 acres of lagoon basin on the Atlantic coast of Ghana, with the greatest potential for large-scale salt production in West Africa for both export and industrial use. The commodity has for centuries been a major item of trade for the peoples of Adar. However, residents of communities who make a living through traditional salt mining along the Songo Lagoon are complaining bitterly over the hijacking of the mining area by few rich individuals. Samuel Lakumi was born and raised in Adar. He takes me on a tour of the private concessions.
As you are seeing it here, it's a group of people that have hijacked the place here. Some people too, they didn't get places here to do the pans. So those people who didn't get it, they are complaining. And even as you are seeing it here, some of the chiefs, the paramount chiefs, are also part of it. You don't see them here, but they have a connection with those who are mining here. They have some amount of money that they have been giving to them. So they are not able to say anything. If the other chief want to talk about it, those chiefs didn't make any effort so that they stop it.
Ernest Pavlo is a native of Toflokpo and tells Joy News their source of livelihood has been taken away from them. They have been reduced to working on the concession of private operators and get paid a pittance for their hard work.
First, in the olden days, with the Songo Lagoon, it comes out openly, not pan like this. So our parents and everybody has access. Immediately after farming, during the dry season, the Songo Lagoon, we got the salt right from the sun. So while the sun is scorching during the dry season, our parents mine the salt. During the wet season, they generate money from there into the farm, and they had something to do on the farm. But with now, everything is all over the pan. People owns it. Someone can come and stand here. Since he's having the capital, he can generate the pans right from here far away. He will tell you he owns it. He will now allow you to come and mine for him. Whilst he will be out, when you come and mine, carry it down before we will give you 1 cedi. Due to that, people got angry and then they decided not to come to the Songo Lagoon at all. And the people with that, they are not making money, a lot of money, whilst the rest are at home. If the government can come to our aid and then find ways and means of stopping them, see, the chief needs to be concerned, whilst they are also interested for the pound to be stopped. But just that those owning the pounds, they do say they give the chiefs who are responsible to stop it. They give them money. So everybody's after money now, and then they look up and down and they just forget everything.
Residents say the price of salt has also been affected by the activity of these operators who now control price, thereby shortchanging indigents.
They are selling one sack of the salt, 10 CD, 8 CD, C. How much you get and sell it before you get money? Then you take do your why? Why 50 kilo? They are selling cement, one bag, 30 Ghana, 40 Ghana. What about salt? Salt, we use salt to cook. But why we are selling salt 8 CD, 10 CD? Why? It's cheap. It's too cheap. Why? It's 50 kilo. Cement too is 50 kilo. Then why? Are they not using salt? Then why? So we want the price to go high.
I caught up with one of the owners of the private concessions who justifies his operations.
Ile pipe ko songomi ya ko igla nyu ka je songomi ba womi inga reservoir ni ka womi inga charge inga no kan lo mitane ika gejo nyu ke nyu maso kan on 19 ke ya pe to 20% maka panoma.
He said that as the land is here, when you get your portion of the land, he hires some people to come and dig the land for him and prepare the pans, and he's having a machine in the Songo Lagoon itself, and he laid the pipe from here into the machine there. So he draw the water through the pipe into the reservoir, and he has a machine that, an instrument that he used to test the water. When the water reaches from 19, 20 upwards, it means that it is
19 in terms of what, the salinity?
Yeah, the salinity. So it means that the water is okay for the formation of the salt. So from 1920 going, then it starts drawing the water into the pans. And when the water from 1 week going, the salt will start to form. So when the salt form, he also hires some people to come and mine it. He mark them and pay them.
Na pense au piongo ba pebene nga songomi. Ka pa pempe wa bengo na choka bra na jaga songo ba mo so. Lo ko pengo ma ji jambiom.
He said that now that with the introduction of the pans, they are mining salt more than the previous time. So if they say this, you allow the Songo Lagoon to form the salt like the first, it will take some time because now the lagoon is full of mud, because now the road that bound the lagoon has spoiled. So when rain falls like this, it carries mud into the lagoon. So if they want to allow the lagoon to form the salt like the previous one before the mine, it will take some number of time before it to form. So with this one, they can mine salt all year round.
Some residents have taken the law into their own hands and encroached the Songo Lagoon itself, allocating for themselves salt mining plots on the lagoon. This old woman tells us she has no option than to move on to the lagoon and make ends meet.
Koyo ni try ba mi nu efe keke nu etami ni nu etami be wo bia ne wo me ni nyungba ne dani wona nu ni wo kefe.
For so many years, the people of Adan have mined salt in this place, but recent occurrences have actually led to some tensions and disagreements within the Adan communities and enclaves. They are asking government to come in and put a stop to it and institute new mechanisms or bring in the one district, one factory in any way or form that the government thinks as prudent in bringing jobs and wealth to the people of Adan. From the Songo Lagoon in Accra, Favor Nunu for Joy News.
Watching the Pulse, and like we said, there's breaking information, breaking news from Bimbilla, where there has been a curfew. We're just about speaking to another local journalist who is stuck in his office. He'll tell us the situation. Of course, we've heard from someone who's stuck in his room. We'll hear from someone who's stuck in his office to tell us what's happening in that particular part of town. But like we said, there have been sporadic gunshots there. The police is responding. They've called for reinforcements. The Minister of Interior, Ambrose Derry, has imposed a curfew from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I'm going to read to you once again the press release that was sent through a while ago. Okay, we can go over now to speak with Osman. Osman Nuhu is a local journalist in Bimbilla. He's stuck in his office. Hello, Osman. Osman?
Hello, Gitty. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Thank you very much for your time. You sound like you're panicked, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, fantastic. Tell us the situation where you are now.
Currently, I'm in Bimbilla, and the situation here is somehow calm now. Actually, it started since last night. The regent of the late Na Andani has killed a couple of chiefs today that the other gate tried to stop. But after the killment, we heard of gunshots. So there was a lot of tension in Bimbilla that schools have to close, and the town is now empty. Everybody is indoors now. And we just had information from the district, from the Nanumba North district, to announce to the general public for everyone to stay indoors until further notice.
Right. So
yes,
we understand that you are stuck in your office. Is that correct?
We are not stuck. Actually, we are not stuck in the office. Currently, we are working.
You're working, but you are in the office
working.
now. What it means is that you can't leave the office until after 6 p.m.
No, yes, we can't leave the office for now.
But that's pretty normal to you, pretty normal working hours. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal.
So what's the kind of conversation that's going on right now in your office? That should be the newsroom, right?
Yes. For now, what we do is we only play music, music that talk about peace. Then we keep on doing the announcement from the district office.
This is not particularly new in Bimbilla. How are you able to, in this situation where you are right now, how are you able to manage the tension that's arising from both sides?
Well, it's like people here are used to it already. So it's something that has been happening all the time. So everyone is indoors now. Offices are closed. The market center is empty. No shop is operating. Then we are still in our office. But only that we don't have any here. Yeah, I'm just in the office with my boss.
Okay. As media people, have you been able to reach out to the police in the region? And what have they been telling you, if you have?
Yes, actually, my boss contacted the district coordinating director and the EMS officer to try and get us at least one security guard, which they promised they will send one down, but we are still waiting for one to come.
Okay. Well, we'll say very big thank you.
The situation is somehow calm.
Okay.
We only hear some few gunshots in town. And the police and the military are on the road patrolling to make sure that everything is in order.
Okay. So from where you are right now, you can still hear gunshots?
Yes, we can still hear some gunshots.
I see. All right. Thank you very much. Do stay safe. I will come to you as and when necessary. Osman Nuhu is a local journalist in Bimbilla, and he tells us now that calm has been, well, there is calm at the moment. The police and the military personnel are on the street patrolling, just making sure that they maintain law and order. But he can still hear gunshots from where he is. Earlier, we spoke to Tahidu Prince, who also said that he could hear gunshots from where he is. I'll read for you the press release from the Ministry of Interior, and it says, imposition of curfew on Bimbilla Township. The Minister for the Interior has, on the advice of the Northern Regional Security Council and by executive instrument, reviewed the curfew hours on Bimbilla Township from 4 p.m. to 6 a.m. effective Thursday, 9th of February, which is today. Government continues to urge chiefs, opinion leaders, youth and people of the area to exercise restraint in the face of the challenges confronting them and to use non-violent means to channel their energies into ensuring peace to the area. Meanwhile, there is a total ban on all persons in the Bimbilla Township and surrounding areas from carrying arms, ammunition, or any offensive weapon, and any person found with any arms or ammunition will be arrested and prosecuted. That release is signed by Ambrose Derry, Member of Parliament and also Minister for the Interior, and it came just a few minutes ago. We'll keep our ears on the ground in Bimbilla, and we'll bring you any updates subsequently. For now, though, let's talk about the gender minister again. Well, Madam Otiko Jaba is one of President Kufuor's ministers whose appointment, of course, was met with some disagreement, if you like, and controversy. But it is her hairstyle that is trending at the moment. She's been responding to the criticism. Here's what she says.
When you ask me about my hair, you're discriminating against me because I have the right to maintain my hairstyle. It is not crazy. It's very African.
Do you see anything?
Doesn't it suit me?
Do you see anything?
Students call me the swagger mama. They enjoy me because I am young at heart. And when I hit the campuses, they are happy because of my hairstyle. And it's a winning hairstyle.
But people are saying that it doesn't depict the kind of culture that Ghanaians have. And it depicts the kind of culture where a girl who is out of home or is ruffian would have. And so it doesn't send the right signal to the young people who are growing up.
It's part of the prejudice. I know people who paint their hair yellow or blue. People are living with disability. People do their hair like the Rasta. The first lady used to have that look. Sometime back, they used to say that look was not correct. It was a crazy look. But a lot of women are saying that it's a natural look. Men who are going bald take off all their hair, and the head looks like something from maybe one of these space movies. And then the others leave their beards. Do they ask anybody? Look, my hairstyle doesn't affect the price of kinky. My hairstyle does not affect poverty. My hairstyle is a winning hairstyle. It encourages the young people. Ghana has about 65% of our population being youth, and being a swagger mama, I believe that I'm the best person to engage the youth, and they feel comfortable with me because they see themselves in me, and I feel for them. And so they are okay with me, and I'm okay with it.
So for you don't see anything wrong with your hairstyle?
It is the propaganda of my opponents. They want to turn a good thing. They wish they could have my hairstyle. They wish their wives could have my hairstyle. And you have to be confident about how you look. And I'm very confident about how I look. And I'm okay with it. The day I want to wear a headscarf, I will. If I decide to change my hair, it is my choice, not because of somebody else's. And that is what we need to understand. Diversity is okay in Ghana. The other thing I want to say about the vetting is that men must respect women. And if Ghana is to assimilate and develop equally or at a fast rate, we must have women as partners, not as
women must be bold. It's okay to be bold, she says. Well, we've been talking to people on the street. What do they think about her hairstyle?
You know, in Ghana, we will look at the outward before we go into the inward. So the perception that for me, the haircut, if she can do something about the haircut, she can win the heart of Ghanaians immediately. But if she's saying that that's her style, yes, that's her style, because each one for himself, God for us all. But we are not only Christians in this nation. We have other religions, you get me? And so as for the hair, dear, she should do something about the hair.
The hairstyle doesn't really matter to me. Just let her come and work and see if she can deliver what he has in him. That's my opinion.
I think there's nothing wrong with it, because anyone has the right to dress the way he or she wants. But looking at the position that she's occupying, it wouldn't be wrong if she should dress in a way that is presentable, because at the end of the day, she gets to speak to children, and most of these children get to look up to some of these people as their role model. So some of them could tend to pick up some of the qualities that she has as a person occupying that position, and they could take it up from there. So I think she should set an example for these young ones to also follow her footsteps.
I'm of a view that the hairstyle will not have any effect on her. Rather, she can win the heart of children with this cut, which others think they are wayward children. But she being a minister, she's not wayward. But with this cut, maybe she can win the heart of the children, and then the things that she's got inside can come out to the children. That's what I think.
Doesn't matter. Madam Otiko Jaba is a woman. She wants to be new and different from other women. That's how she portrays her hairstyle. And I don't think that her performance at the ministry will be affected by her hairstyle. Maybe one will argue that girls will follow her or copy her. But even if they do it, is the hairstyle bad? In any way, in Ghana, we don't have any policy for a hairstyle or dress for any woman or anybody in Jessica's position. If the man is that some people are assuming that this style is just not good, I don't see it. That's how she wants to portray it. That's it. So there's nothing wrong with you, Otiko Jaba, putting that kind of hairstyle. Allow her to work, and let's see what she can do.
All right, so where do you stand? I don't know. But bottom line, hairstyle has nothing to do with performance. Well, perhaps that's where I stand. This is The Pause.